Guys, welcome back. Today's video I'm sharing another curriculum choices video, and this time I am sharing what we are doing for Bible and character. And yeah, I am just really excited. I actually had something else totally planned out, like last year. I planned out like a lot of curriculum, and then I decided I'm not doing that. Because I was gonna do a year in 100-acre woods, but I decided not to do that because I decided to do something else instead, which, you know, I will leave my playlist of curriculum choices down below so that you can check that out. But anyway, I was going to do our 24 family ways. I still might try to fit this in and have my husband lead it at night, maybe. I don't know. We shall see. If not, I'll just save it for next year. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to share with you, I actually purchased this last year to use this year. And I am still going to use this. And I will share with you in another video how I plan on using all this stuff. Because I have like a whole rotation that I'm going to be doing, but this is not like every day we're doing all of this stuff. So it is the attributes of God for kids, and this I heard about from Yasmin over at Mommy on the Move. She did a video I think last year about this, and I ended up buying it when she was talking about it because I just thought it was so good. And you can use it along with the Jesus Storybook Bible, and the Seeds Family Worship is suggested to do this. So we are going to be doing this. Another thing that we are going to be doing this year for like our Bible study is the Not Consumed Obey. And this one, I shared a whole unboxing of all the stuff that I got from Not Consumed, so I will link that down below if you want to see that. But I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate this yet, but I only got the parent guide. So I think we're just going to read this and then talk about it together as a family and do it that way. I have gotten two other Bible studies from her last year, and I think the year before that, and I really enjoyed them. And we did sit down and each of us did our own thing, and I bought the PDF version of it those times. But this time I just decided we're just already going to be doing a lot, so I don't want to add more on top of it. And I'll share with you the next thing that we are going to be doing is the Apologetics, Who is God? I have been wanting to do this curriculum for, I don't know, a couple years now. But the more videos that come out about it, the more I want to do it. And I actually, let me tell you, this intimidated me because it looks like a textbook, and I don't like textbooks, okay? I don't want anything to do with a textbook, and I think that's why I never went and purchased it. And then my friend Leilani over at Living with Eve, she actually lives close to me and we hang out in person and stuff. And I went over her house one day and she was showing me all her curriculum, because I was like, hey, let me look through your curriculum and see what you have, because I like to touch and feel and see and all that. So she had this, she let me borrow it, not this one, but I ended up buying it because I found the junior notebook at the thrift store for 37 cents. So when I saw that, I was just like, okay, I think I'm going to do this because this is apologetics, and I'm really into apologetics and just teaching my kids why we believe what we believe and learning things from a Christian worldview. So I'm really excited about this. I did end up purchasing this on Christian Book along with the actual notebook, like not the junior notebook, but the other notebook. For my oldest, and that's why I decided to only get the parent guide for this, because we are already going to be going through notebooking with this, and I didn't want to add something else on top of it, you know. So we are going to be doing this. I am super excited to try this out. I am so excited. And when I was reading it, I realized this reads like a story rather than a textbook, and I really appreciate that because that is pretty much why I didn't buy it before, because I was intimidated. I was like, I don't want anything to do with a textbook. I just don't like textbooks, okay? That is just not my style of homeschooling. Also, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing the Faithopedia, the New Testament Faithopedia by Not Consumed. And this is daily apologetics for families. I am super excited about this. Again, when I was over at Leilani's house, she had purchased this from the convention. And when I looked at it, I was like opening it up, looking at it. I was like, okay, I need to get this. So that is what convinced me to get this, is when I went over her house and I got to touch it and feel it. I will definitely buy something if I can see it in person and feel it and stuff, than just like online looking at stuff, because you just don't get as good of a feel for it as you can when you're like have the product in front of you. This is going to go through the whole New Testament, and you do one of these pages every day in the week. So here's day 1 for week 1. Here would be day 2, day 3. I mean, that's how I'm using it. I'm pretty sure that's how you use it. 4. And then here's day 5, and then you go on to the next book. I know some of you have commented and said that you would like to see a more in-depth look on this. I'm pretty sure in my unboxing video. So I probably will do a whole separate video on this, but I am very into apologetics just because I, through my whole walk with Christ, I really didn't know how important theology and apologetics are, and knowing the history of things, because people can take things out of context in the Bible all the time. And when the Lord opened my eyes to that, I was like, okay, I need to learn it, and I want to teach it to my kids so that they know why they believe what they believe, and they know how, you know, they know church history. All of that stuff is very important to learn church history, and to learn, you know, all the Bibles are different. Like there's they have, you know, poetry, they have wisdom letters, there's prophetic, there's the letters from Paul, there's the Gospels, there's Revelations. They're all written differently, and it's very important to know, like to learn the different ways that they are written, because they are applied differently. And I'm still learning that, you know, and I just think it's very important. And, you know, it helps you as a Christian to, you know, even know why you believe what you believe. And not just believing everything your pastor says, but like being like the Bereans and going back and searching, is this what that is really saying? Because I have had people in the past try and take scriptures out of context and tell me that it means this. And then I go back and read my Bible in context, and I'm like, that doesn't even mean that. You're taking this out of context. And, you know, a lot of times, it's very unfortunate that pastors are like this, because they're called to a higher standard. It is. They are called. If you are a pastor or a teacher, you are called to a higher standard. And you better know what you're preaching and teaching, because, you know, the Lord is we're going to be going before the Lord and having to give an account for everything that we have said and taught and, you know, told people. So anyway, apologetics is very important, and I am very excited. And I love that in this, she talks about, she has, you know, people of the faith who have gone before us and how they have walked out their faith. Missionaries and stuff are so important. That builds your faith so much. All right. Also, for Bible, I am getting my kids to read their Bibles on their own and have their own quiet Bible study. But that is why I really think this is important, and learning apologetics and theology and all of that is important, because then we don't want our children to also, like, we want them to rightly divide the word of God and know like what they're reading in the passage. So I really want to start having my kids have their own Bible time. In the past, I have pretty much just read the Bible out loud to my kids. You know, like me and my oldest, we will sit at night and read the Bible together. But I want him to start building his own faith and having his own walk with the Lord and not just relying on me. And I want to start instilling that in my littler ones, because I feel like if you do that sooner, like I kind of regret not doing this with Nathan sooner. It just, you know, there's just more years that they can build that relationship with the Lord. So I am starting to have our own individual quiet time in the morning, or I want to try and do it in the morning after our morning basket, but they might need like a little break between them, because we have lots of breaks in my homeschool. Just because my kids need that in order to be able to move on to the next thing and get it done. Otherwise their brains are just like, they're done and they can't do anymore. So they need to like get energy out and stuff. But for Nathan, what I'm doing for their individual Bible time is Nathan is actually, because he's doing Sonlight, he has Bible in there. So he's going to be going through, I think the first book he's going to be starting with is Mark. And then I'm not sure what else he's going to be reading in there. But so he's going to have his own Bible. And I'm so glad that we're doing Sonlight, because it has it all planned out for him. And then I think they even have questions in there for him that I can ask him and stuff after, and all of that. And then for Faith, because her reading is, she's not confident in her reading, I am letting her listen to the Bible app on headphones, on Bluetooth headphones. We've been doing this, and I even let her draw while she's listening. So the other day we did it, and she was listening. She's going through the book of John. And then I am kind of doing it one-on-one with her as well. So she will listen. And then sometimes like she grabs the Bible at night and has been like giving it to me to read to her out loud with her. So she is, she is listening on the headphones to the actual Bible, and then she can sit and draw. So she, like the other day, we started the book of John, and she drew a picture of John the Baptist in the water, you know, about to baptize people. And then she also drew a picture of Jesus turning over the money changers and stuff. So I just love that. I loved it. So that's what I'm doing with her. And then my littler ones, I have this yodo player here. I did a whole video on this. I'm sorry if my lighting's going crazy, you guys. It looks like it's about to start raining and probably storming. Florida here, this is about the time when the rain starts. So I have this yodo. I did a whole separate video. I will try to link in the iCards if I remember. But I have 2 of the Jesus Storybook Bible. And although we are going through it in this, but until we start, I am having them listen to the Jesus Storybook Bible in the yodo. But the only thing about this is it's so quiet. I don't know why this audiobook is so quiet. I gotta figure out if I can get it to be louder on this card. But because it's really quiet. I have them listen and then look. I actually have 2 of the Jesus Storybook Bibles, because one I purchased when I did what was it? I did the Playful Pioneers. That was part of it. And then I actually found it at the thrift store for 37 cents, so I couldn't pass it up. So I got it. So I'm glad, because now I put 2 of them, my 2 littler ones, at the table, and they listen to this as they look through the pictures. And then Isaac, he has a Bible, like a little kid Bible, that he goes in his own separate space and looks at. And then we all come together after, and we kind of talk about like what we either were reading or listening to, or what my kids were looking at in their little Bibles, and we just share together what we were doing. So that's like their own personal Bible time. And then the last thing that I have is character. And we are going to be doing laying down the rails. So I actually got the whole packet. I have laying down the rails, and then I have laying down the rails for children. So I have book 1 and book 2. And then I also have the workshop, and then laying down the rails for yourself. I tried to find this on audiobook, but I can't. So I'm going to have to just read this every night or something. So I am going to be incorporating this habits, because I'm just habits are so good, and just the habits that I have trained my kids in without having a curriculum has been so helpful. But sometimes I feel like I need accountability in this area, because I can personally slack on getting my kids to stay accountable. So I feel like this is going to help me stay accountable in a way. I know that sounds silly and funny, but or it will give me other things that, you know, I might not think about, or it will teach me how to train them and in that way and stuff. So I am really excited about this and trying this out. This is new to me. I've never used this before, but I've heard so many good things about it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you would like to see any of the other curriculum choices that I have, click this playlist right here. And if you want to see what is inside our morning cart, click this video right here. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, have a blessed day.